Something very powerful came up in a Zoom last week, and I wanted to share it. I think everyone will be able to find some sort of medicine from it. I know I did. But what comes up with Zooms initially, I need to know what the reason is, where we're starting from. Paperwork is set up in a fashion so that I can see these person's mannerisms, hear their tone, watch them as they describe what they want from this exchange, part of where we start from. And this young lady had some goals, had some things she wanted to share, had some things she was feeling, and described everything, covered everything, and then boiled it down to this statement right here where she goes, I guess I just want to be in a position and live a life where I don't have to say no to something because I can't. And I want to have the option to say yes to everything. And I was like, oh my God, that's so powerful. And again, there is a trend going around where we are overbooked, we're over socialized, we're over extended beyond our means, from kids to elderly. Like, everybody's got a piece of us, and they're just straight vampires of energy. And to say no is actually a pretty powerful thing. You don't have to. You can say no to the party, no to the holidays. You can say no to a dinner, no to an event, no to a choice, no to a suggestion. No, just no, to protect yourself. And I fully support this. That is not what this is about. This is about living in a way that has you prepared for any level of life that if you desired to, you could say yes to just about anything that came across the table. Hey, do you want to go do this? Sure. Hey, could you help me with this? Yep. Hey, would you want to go? Hey, would you want to try? Hey, would you want to? Yeah, absolutely. And the only reason you would say no, the only reason would be, I just don't want to. And that's a little different than I can't. And it was such a powerful thing to hear. And I was just so invigorated with this statement that I got fired up 4 or 5 hours later. And we covered every inch of what her concerns were and her desires and the intention behind why she reached out to me. But that's a huge point, is to live in a way, because the stories out there have you it's like certain decline, certain, get all your traveling in now because you're not going to be able to later. Do all these activities now because you're not going to be able to later. Or play with your kids now because you're not going to be able to later. It's like that story doesn't make any sense with the human makeup, with how we're designed. It is fully a choice, and you have more of a say in it than what anybody is going to allow you to think or believe. Because all your body does is heal, and all it does is adapt to anything you choose to put an input in. And you can live in such a way that's not so rigid, where we check off these boxes, and I have my morning routine, and then I have my morning food, and then I have my afternoon this, and I meditate, and I journal, and I do all these things. I'm not saying each of those independently aren't powerful, but to do these rigid routines expecting an outcome of ageless, no injuries, no disease, no illness, no symptoms, no feeling, no anything is just as bad as the opposite end of that, where everyone's just like, fuck it. Nobody's getting out of here alive. I'm going to just eat whatever I want, and I'm going to drink whatever, and I'm going to go to do this, and I'm going to do that, in the face of, in rebellion against the body having a say in it, saying, I want you here, I love you, I need you. Here's symptoms. Screw symptoms, because we don't live forever, so screw that. And it's those two ends of the spectrum that neither one are going to do too well. I understand them, but they don't have a really good outcome. There is a way of life that isn't either. And there is a way of life that puts you in a position to be able to, if you desire, say yes to anything you want to do. Yes, play with your kids. Yes, play with your grandkids. Yes, go on any trip you can possibly. Yes, take on a new endeavor. Yes, go be creative for however many hours you just. Yes, go walk the earth. Yes, go have a child. Yes, go fall in deep emotional connection with. Yes, consume any food you wish. Yes, be able to do yes, just yes, across the board, yes. With the only reason you would say no is I just don't want to. Wow, that's freedom.